You know, every once in a while, a paranormal case comes along that completely flips the script. This is one of those stories. It starts out as a simple family haunting, but it takes a turn that nobody, and I mean nobody, not even the experts, saw coming.
Okay, so let's set the scene. It's 2015, and we're talking about the Indian Paranormal Society, or the IPS. These guys are, a really respected team in the field. They get a call about some weird stuff happening in an old apartment building in South Mumbai. Seemed like a pretty standard case, right? A classic haunting.
But, of course, it was anything but simple. The team thought they were walking in to find a ghost, a spirit with a reason to be there. What they actually found hiding in the dark? Well, it was something else entirely, something way, way scarier.
All right, so let's dive in. It all kicks off with a call from a family, the Pawars. They're living in this old family flat. And get this, the building itself looks like something right out of a horror film, just kind of crammed in between all these shiny new skyscrapers.
Now, they'd had some strange little things happen over the years, but nothing major. But the second they decided to sell the place, bam, the activity just went through the roof. It's like flipping a switch, like their decision woke something up, something that really, really did not want them to go.
And when I say it escalated, I mean it got crazy fast. The son, Ankit, is just working on his laptop, and poof, it's gone. Then, a few moments later, it's right back where it was. His car keys, they disappear, only to be found inside his locked car. How does that even happen? Then, one night, he hears this tapping. He flicks on the light, and this huge framed picture of his late father just smashes to the ground. But the real breaking point? That was when the lights went haywire, flickering like crazy, and a voice with no body, started echoing through the flat. So for the paranormal team, that whole vanishing laptop thing, that's what they call an apphort and an assport. Basically, a fancy way of saying an object disappears and then reappears out of thin air. It's something they see, but man, this was just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so the IPS team shows up at this creepy old building. They're met by Mrs. Pawar, the mom, and her son, Ankit. And Ankit is just completely freaked out. I mean, he was so scared that he'd actually sent his own wife and kid away to be safe. That's when you know it's serious. All right, time to get to work. The team pulls out their EMF meters, the gadgets that pick up electromagnetic fields, and they do a first sweep. Nothing. Zip. So they think, okay, let's try something else. They have Ankit speak directly to whatever's there. Just talk to it. And at first, nothing. But then, as he's talking, those meters just go insane. Spikes all over the place. Oh yeah, something was definitely in that room with them. This is where things start to get really intense. Two of the investigators, Meghna and Siddharth, go into one of the bedrooms to get some readings. And then, bam, the door slams shut behind them. Not just closes, but slams shut with this incredible force. They're trapped. And then the lights start flickering and go out. Total darkness. And this horrible smell, like rotten eggs, just fills the room. Now, you or I would probably be freaking out, right? But these guys are pros. They see this as an opportunity. Siddharth whips out his audio recorder, hits record, and just asks into the pitch black, "What do you want to tell us?" And just like that, the lights flick back on, the smell is gone, and the door just opens. They get out of there and immediately check the recorder. And what they hear, it's not a whisper. It's not a mumble. It is a crystal clear voice that says, "Don't sell the house." Now, in the paranormal world, this is like hitting the jackpot. It's called a Class A EVP, that stands for Electronic Voice Phenomenon. Basically, it's the holy grail of audio evidence. A voice so clear you don't need headphones or any special equipment to hear it. And let me tell you, getting one of these, it is unbelievably rare. So, with a piece of evidence this strong, the team felt pretty confident. They figured, okay, we've got our ghost, and we know exactly why it's here. I mean, it all seemed to add up, right? It had to be Ankit's father. The guy was born in that home, lived his whole life there. He was heartbroken when they had to sell the land the apartment was built on. He never, ever wanted to leave. And here's the kicker. The family tells them that his very last words on his deathbed were, "This is my home, I will stay here." I mean, come on. It's a textbook case of a spirit attached to its home. Open and shut case, right? Well, not even a little bit. So the team packs up their gear, feeling like they've cracked it. But the real mystery was only just beginning.
because something from that flat decided it wasn't done yet, and it followed one of them home.
Imagine this. Siddharth, one of the investigators, is back at his place, going over the audio files. All of a sudden, he hears a woman laugh, clear as day. Then he looks up, and his own wardrobe door just swings open, all on its own. The thing from the apartment, it was with him now. It had attached itself to him. So, right as Siddharth is processing this, that he's not alone in his own home, his phone rings. It's Meghna, his partner from the investigation, and she sounds absolutely panicked. She'd been looking at the photos they took.
She's practically screaming into the phone. She found something in the pictures from the flat, something terrible that every single one of them had missed. And when he looked, there it was, hiding in the background of a few of the photos, and get this, only the ones with Siddharth in them, was this dark shape. It wasn't human. It was goat-like, with these huge, terrifying horns. They were looking at a demonic figure.
This was the massive twist. It wasn't one ghost. There were two separate entities in that apartment. You had the father's spirit, who was all about protecting the house. But then you had this other thing, this silent, evil figure that wasn't interested in the house at all. It was interested in people. It attached itself to them. So yeah, that changed everything. This wasn't a sad ghost story anymore. This was something much, much darker. The fallout was pretty serious. Meghna felt like something negative had latched onto her too, and she had to go through this week-long spiritual cleansing. The team, of course, went back to the Poor's apartment to do a full cleansing there, but the demonic thing, nobody knows what happened to it. And that, to me, is the scariest part. And that leaves us with this one final, chilling question. Was the father's ghost really just a sad spirit trying to hold on to his home? Or was it all a performance, a mask worn by something far older and far more evil that was already living there, just waiting for a chance to latch on to someone new?